We're going to tornado this away to get the goblins onto the tower. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that play, dude. That won us the game. That play won us the game. They never expect it. It's such a cheesy play. What's up, gamers? It's Durkee here, and today we're going to be playing with the deck that has the highest win rate in the meta right now, and also my personal favorite deck to play this season, and that's Goblin Drill Cycle. The reason that I like this deck is because, for those of you that haven't been, under a rock, this season has been plagued by beatdown. Beatdown decks are everywhere right now, so it's kind of refreshing to have a deck that isn't beatdown and is still actually really strong if you're a fan of like quicker cycle decks. Minor Poison isn't really viable this meta, but this deck that I'm playing right now is, come on, Xe. Nah, one hit won't kill us. So yeah, Goblin Drill Cycle, I'll go ahead and show the deck on the bottom left. It has the highest win rate, even higher than the giant beatdown deck that's really, really popular. I'm going to do this just to take care of the Firecracker and get a lineup on the tower. And the reason that this deck is so good is it has such strong defense. You have the Tesla, you have the Evo Knight, you have the Executioner, you have the Tornado. It's just all around a very, very strong deck. And it kind of counters a lot of the beatdown that's in the meta. If it runs Night Witch or Phoenix or any of those cards, you're able to counter it. So you can see here we've already pretty much won the game. I'm going to be going through a classic challenge, so the games are going to be getting progressively harder. And my opponent just goes in right away. He's going to get a little bit of damage here. Kind of inevitable. I could tornado this away, but I'm just going to let it do its thing, honestly. Because he spent a lot there. He's going to have to defend this. And we can always go for a tornado lineup with the Evo Berry or the Executioner. And he gave us a lineup. So, anyways, we always consider the first game of the video just a nice little warm-up. So this game was over before it started. So GG's to this guy. We're going to take the dub, and I'll catch you in the next match. I don't even have to defend those wall breakers. We'll see you there. Alright, into our next match here. So, if you do decide that beatdown decks aren't your style, you want to play something a little more creative, then this is definitely the deck for you. It's really good against Lava Hound as well. I forgot to mention that. Some decks struggle with the surgence of Lava Hound in this meta. But not this deck. This deck does a pretty decent job. He cycles his Zap. He's running the deck that everyone and their mothers is running. It's going to be Giant, Pump, Beatdown. I made a video on this deck not that long ago, so we got to be ready for that. We do have Poison, which is really good against the Pump. I'm pressuring so he doesn't go in here with the Giant. He actually spent a lot, and Executioner should do a good job cleaning up most of this. We actually got a reasonable amount of damage. I'm going to do this just to keep that off my tower. And then I think I need to bury here. Yeah, I just wanted to play it safe. So Giant Beatdown. This is the reason that this deck has the highest win rate over the deck that I'm playing against, is because it does fairly well against this style of deck. Interesting, he's actually running a different variant with Miner. This is not the one that I was thinking about, but nonetheless, it's still fine for us. I misplaced my Tesla. You want to put your Tesla in a position where it pulls the Giant, so both towers target it. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. Okay. So I'm just going to let it breathe. In general, like in this type of beatdown matchup, you want to go opposite lane of your opponent, because you don't really want to give them counter push into the lane that you're going in. For example, if I go like for a Goblin Drill and he plays a bunch of troops on it, it's like, well, I just fed his counter push. So good little Prince by him. I don't know if that was a prediction or what, but it was still well played nonetheless. Executioner Tornado is a really, really effective defense. We're going to protect our Xe with a Knight. Yeah, that was kind of obvious. And that defense, pretty decent. We're going to take some Giant damage, but considering how much stuff he threw at us, I'm pretty happy. We don't have our Tornado in cycle, so we're gonna eat a bunch of damage here. It is what it is. Pretty well played by my opponent, I'm not even going to lie. We are up a lot of Elixir, though, after he did that. So we're going to drop our Evo Berry in the back. We're going to go in with the Goblin Drill. And depending on what he plays, okay, I'm going to go Guards as well and get ready to Tornado this away, so we can get these guards on the tower. Really, I feel like calculated Tornado on our end, and it forced out a ton of Elixir from him. Okay, we're going to drop our Executioner in the back. He had to overspend on that as well, which is really, really good. We also have our Evo Knight in cycle. Okay, guards need to come down here. I'm going to go for this to take care of the egg. Executioner is going to splash onto whatever he plays. Okay, he just does that. I'm going to let this go. Don't need to spend onto it. Drop an Executioner. And we pretty much brought it back from that initial surge of damage that they got. Don't need to worry about the berry. I don't want to push into a little Prince, so I think I'm just going to wait here. Okay. We're going to go guards here. Just trying to not, like, overcommit, to be completely honest. Okay, we're going to let this go. And now we're going to do a little bit of split lane pressure. We're going to go like this. And then on the knight side, we might bury behind it. Actually, I'm going to go for an executioner. Just trying to decide what would be the best option here. Beautiful tornado, and that's why this deck is cracked sometimes. Look at that defense. He doesn't have anything to play, so it was only a matter of time. I didn't want to overcommit and get punished for it, so I'm glad that we played the way that we did. We waited for our moment to strike, and we beat the deck that is just honestly infesting the meta. So GG's to this guy. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next match. Right into our next match against this guy. And honestly, I mean, if I am being honest, I would say that Goblin Drill is the second best win condition in the meta right now. I think Giant is the first. I mean, Giant Beatdown is just amazing in the meta right now. But subsequent to that, Goblin Drill is pretty good. Daggered Duchess does struggle against it. It's pretty decent. Okay, my man opens up with a Knight and a Berry. Kind of just feeding me, so that's interesting. We're going to go in here. We take one little berry shot, but it's not the end of the world. Might even be a mirror match, to be completely honest with y'all. If he plays anything else, I might poison it, but we're going to get some chip here. I'm just going to pre-Tesla. Interesting that he lets that Xe go. That's actually a lot of damage. Looks like it is going to be a mirror match. So I'm going to go ahead and bomber on this. Just make sure that we take care of all of it. And he poisoned. He poisoned before I placed the berry, so it didn't really matter, to be honest. It looks like we are going to find ourselves in a mirror match situation. Knight there. I should have cycled it in back, but I got kind of nervous about the executioner. Yeah, so we're going to be in a mirror match here. So I think in this scenario, we just want to make sure that we don't give them a lot of spell value. And we need to be wary of the Evo Berry, because we know he has the Evo Berry in his deck as well. And that might be the factor. Okay, we're going to go in here. We want to use our NATO effectively. Whoever uses their NATO and their Xe better, I think, is going to win this match. So we're going to pull this in. Honestly, really well played by him. I think he wasn't predicting the NATO, but he tested there just so the executioner wouldn't line up. So that, like I said, that was just well played in general. He mistimed that, so it actually targeted on the executioner. I do need to watch out for an Evo Berry here. I can react with a Tesla if he plays it. He does, okay. Beautiful. Yep, that was kind of obvious, honestly. Like, you had to know that that was coming. You need to track their Evo Berries in this matchup, and just in general when you're playing against someone. It's really easy because it's just every other berry they play is going to be an evolved one. Okay, I think he might predict my Evo Berry. It would be kind of like an obvious play. But I'm going to do it. Maybe he won't. Wow, I can't believe he just let that go. Instead, he opts to poison, which I don't necessarily agree with, to be completely honest, because look at how much damage we got. That's probably going to be in front. Oh, we played it in back. The reason I guess that it was in front is because that's like the quote-unquote optimal Goblin Drill placement. And once you're up in the mirror matchup, you can kind of just start poisoning things, because if you defend well, you're going to win as the match progresses, right? If you're just trading drill poison. It's also a good idea to establish bridge dominance, quote-unquote, which is why I'm glad that I placed that Tesla high. I think it was a decent play. Okay, we're going to be ready here. Like I said, as long as we protect against an Evo Berry, we're going to be okay. Tornado, just get this off my tower. And then, like I said, I'm probably just going to drill poison, especially onto an Evo Berry. He gave me value here. He still has to play something else on that as well. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. And now we're in spell cycle range for the most part. So Tesla, like this spot, is really, really good because, yeah, it prevents damage against the Executioner. Like you can see the Xe is going to lock onto the Tesla. And we're okay. Look at that. We didn't allow for any Executioner damage. Actually, like this, in case he like plays something sneaky at the bridge, we'll have our Tornado ready. And at this point, we can just go for a Drill Poison and a Tornado, and we're going to win this match. So GG's to this guy. No surprise he's running the same deck as me. A lot of people will just look up deck with the highest win rate and use it. So that's probably what was happening. So GG's in the mirror matchup. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the next match. Right into our next match here against Lord. Yes. Starting place for this deck. You can drop a berry at the back almost 100% of the time. It's worth it to cycle your evolution, and there's not a great way to punish it, in all honesty. So you can make the first play if you have the berry. Other than that, you could Goblin Drill, but it's not always the best. Okay, he plays the P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to go in because I want to make him spend. Whenever someone P.E.K.K.As in single elixir, it's a really, really good idea to force out elixir on defense. So that way they can't support the P.E.K.K.A. So you can see there, we forced out the arrows. So guess what? I can go for guilt-free guards on this P.E.K.K.A. if I want. And there's really nothing that he will be able to do about it. We're going to surround like this. That's also really good because arrows do not kill guards. So they survive arrows. He'll have to spend arrows zap. So right off the bat, I'm pretty stoked about the matchup. He does that. I'm going to go for an Executioner. So he's playing P.E.K.K.A. Balloon. This matchup should be fine. We have Executioner, we have Tesla, and we can even go for a Tornado if needed. So we're going to go like this. And Executioner should do a decent job, even with the tower being out of daggers. We're going to do a well-timed Tornado just to clean all of that up. So that's what I'm talking about. I wasn't too worried. I'm going to Goblin Drill here just because he did spend a lot. You know, he spent a Balloon and a Lumberjack. That basically got him nothing. He might P.E.K.K.A. late here. Goes for a really, really bad Tornado. Like, that Tornado is actually awful. The backswing of the Executioner's axe is actually taking care of those Larrys. So, honestly, this is already kind of looking like it's a GG. To be fair, we actually have a very, very good matchup. Maybe arguably a hard counter, but he's not doing himself any favors, let's be honest. Okay, guards here just to force out elixir. Okay, he goes P.E.K.K.A. We're going to Tesla. Hi. And we're going to Knight just like to pull it away. And then I have so many answers for his Balloon if I need it. I'm going to go like this, drill in the back, hoping that the Knight tanks for the shots because it's walking. Beautiful. Yeah, really, really bad Tornado. My opponent's actually selling so hard right now. Guards to force out elixir on the other lane, hopefully. Okay, he goes for an interesting Balloon. Barry going to clean up the Evo Skeletons. Tesla going to clean up everything there. So yeah, horrible matchup for my guy. Like, I do feel bad a little bit. But he wasn't doing himself any favors with the way that he was playing. So that's 2 towers down. I would say that we're inevitably going to win this match. So I'll save you guys 22 seconds, take the dub here, and catch you in the next match. Okay, into our next match here. I'm actually very excited for next season. I don't know. I talk about it in almost every video, but there are a plethora of balance changes that are coming next season. A lot of them to the evolution cards, and I personally think that it's good for the game in general. All of the nerfs that are coming. Okay, so this is interesting because the monk basically eats up all of the daggers. You need to be really careful with how you defend afterwards. Okay, he didn't pop the ability. I was kind of expecting him to do so, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to be ready here, and we're going to get a free King Tower activation with a Knight. Beautiful. Don't know what he's running, but Firecracker usually means Hog, but in this meta, you really don't know. It's probably some sort of beatdown deck. Yeah, right as I say that. Executioner should line up with the Firecracker the way that we played it. Beautiful. And now you look, we have all 3 towers helping out, so it's an easy defense. My man's BMing here and he knows. He's seen this deck before in his nightmares or something, I guess. Okay, we're going to bury. Just kind of in the back. I didn't really have a better play, to be honest. Okay, he goes for the Mega Knight, and he mirrored the Mega Knight, so we're going to go aggressive here, because it's hard to go for Goblin Drills a lot of the time because they have the Mega Knight. Yeah, look at this. His deck is so expensive. And so since he played his mirrored Mega Knight, I was like, alright, well, we might as well go in. King Tower plus the other Dagger Duchess Tower is going to finish it off. And my man, I don't know what he's doing, man. We're like 5 or 6 wins into a Classic Challenge, and my boy is absolutely selling. So you love to see it. We're going to give him a little bit of BM back because, I don't know, he's playing bad. He deserves it. Man goes for the Sparky. I'll take the poison onto it because I need to DPS down this tower anyway, and sometimes defending Sparky can be difficult. I'm gonna just do this too. Easy. Pretty easy defense, honestly. You'll probably Mega Knight in front of it. I feel like that's the type of player that he is. Or he'll just let it go. Okay, yeah. Decide to Mega Knight on the other side. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off. Oh yeah, it's not going to. I would play the Xe. I'm gonna wait just a second in case he goes for a Lightning. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. And then a poison here because he's probably going to pop the monk ability. Yeah, and then I knew that was going to probably do a lot of damage to the Executioner. I'm going to Tornado this in and say well played because thou shall only BM once BM'd upon. And my boy was not holding back with his BM, so we had to dish a little bit back. Mirrored Sparky is a wild strategy. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. So we're going to go Executioner, Poison. You know, probably pop the ability. Does it late, no surprise. And one of the worst offensive pushes that I've ever seen. So we're going to say well played one more time. Give him a little bit of BM. And take the free win. That just goes to show how good this deck is. We'll see you in the next match. Alright, up here against my boy Justin. My boy Juice. And you already know we got the Evil Berry in our hand. We got to let it fly. I'm going to give him the well played just because my boy did the exact same thing as me. Goblin Drill in the front like that is the best placement, but you always want to mix it up as well. You don't want to be too predictable. So I would say I go in the front like 80% of the time, and then when the situation calls for it, I'll often mix up the position. Do I even need to play guards on this? I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I did need to play guards on it. So yeah, the Goblin Barrel, or the Goblin Drill in front is the hardest to stop, traditionally. But in the back is good as a mix-up, is what I would say.
What up? Future king over here.
Thought about Tornado in this end, but I'm just going to take my damage and move on. He's playing Giant Beatdown. So this should be my matchup if I do not choke. The defense is essentially how it works. So we're going to Knight like this. He pops the ability, so we're going to go for our Berry, just to help out with the LP. Yeah, good thing that I did because he zapped. Nice. So not a bad defense. We're going to take like 2 shots here, I think. Yeah, we took a lot of damage, but we dealt over 1,000 damage to his tower, so life is good. Executioner is the card that like you really want to clutch onto in this matchup. Like you want to use your Exy very wisely. Okay, I fat fingered the Goblin Drill, but like that's a fine placement too. It's better than placing it to the right, because if you place it over on the right, both towers targeted, and that is less than ideal. Okay, I'm gonna go for early guards, but I need to be wary of the Evo Bomber, right? That's always what we got to be careful of. Okay, he lets it go. Yeah, that's what I was ready for. There we go. Tornado, just to make sure that doesn't get too much damage. I didn't want it to get a ton of damage onto my tower, but we were ready for it. Okay, so double elixir. This is what separates the noobs from the legends. We're going to go for an Exy here. I don't think this variant runs lightning. There are some variants of this deck that do run lightning, and I'm going to hope that this isn't one of them, because we haven't really seen that. Interesting Prince. I feel like that was pretty bad. We're going to Tesla like this. Come on, Exy. Come on, Exy. Oh, yeah. Exy almost took care of everything. Tornado, an outstanding card on defense, and he's given us poison, so we're going to take it. I might even switch lanes, to be completely honest. I don't want to be going same lane in this matchup, because then he can just defend with troops and get a really nice counter push, so I'm very tempted to switch lanes, and you can see we get a lot of damage there, so the lane switch now will make a lot of sense. Tesla to pull everything in. Evo Knight walking is actually going to protect my Tesla, so really good Evo Knight placement. And now we're going to go in here. This is one of those instances where it might have been worth it to mix up the drill placement. Like play it in the back so my Evo Knight would walk. But we're actually getting a ton of damage. Beautiful damage. Holy moly. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we're going to try and pull this over. And I'm even going to try and activate King Tower. Yeah, we do. It's huge. We're going to take some damage here. I'm going to pull it over like this. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go. No, 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 no. Okay, we live. Cheeky defense all around, but we're okay. Exy? No, 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 please go towards the Exy. Okay, we're good. Watch out for the berry. We had to. Fire back with Tornado of our own. Nice, we get the Evo Zap out of hand. That's huge. Okay, we're trading paint here, but I think in triple elixir, drill poison absolutely goes hard, so we're gonna do that. Oh, pull back the giant. That's interesting. All right, Executioner. Now's your time to shine, man. This is the dream defense right here. Beautiful. We're going to mix up the drill placement because the Knight is going to tank for everything, ideally. We're going to pull everything away from the drill and onto the Knight, hopefully. Nice. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Excellent push. So, taking down that toxic giant beatdown deck. Man made us work for it, though. So, GG's to Justin. Catch you in the next match. Okay, into our next match here. And so far, so good. I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. I made a video on a similar type of Goblin Drill deck not that long ago. And like I said, my favorite deck to play in the meta. Okay, he goes for the Battle Ram right away. Battle Ram typically means P.E.K.K.A. in this meta. Evo Battle Ram has kind of like died down the hype when it dropped at the start of the meta. Everyone's like, oh my god, Evo Battle Ram is going to be broken, myself included. And it ended up being kind of tame. So he just fed us, and he spent a berry, which is one of the best answers to drill. So I'm going to go ahead and cycle a drill of my own. And we do get decent damage. Should be able to defend the P.E.K.K.A. pretty easily as well, so I'm not too worried about it. The one thing that I wish I had in this matchup was, like, the one thing that I wish I had in this matchup, we're going to pull over the ghost. Never mind. No, we're not. Now we have to waste a tornado. Sorry. The one thing I wish I had in this matchup was, like, a reset to the Battle Ram. Like, a log or an Evo Tesla would reset the charge of the Battle Ram. So that can be kind of tricky, especially when they have the Evo Battle Ram in hand. So we're going to have to be careful. We're just going to go for a naked drill here. 4 elixirs, not too crazy. Yeah, okay, he goes for that into it. Oh, I will take this poison, though. It's pretty good poison, honestly. Hopefully the Mother Witch walks into it. Perfect. So we're going to take care of most of that.
You're so dumb.
It's pretty bad defense. I don't know why he spent so much there, to be completely honest. Okay, we're going to do this here. Nice. Perfect. I don't think Knight turns into a pig. He's going to live with like a sliver of HP. Oh, I was wrong, but that's okay. Evo Berry coming down here. Just ever so menacing. Ever so menacing is Evo Berry. I was kind of using him as a decoy, to be honest. See, so that will pull the P.E.K.K.A. to the back. That's why the drill placement is a good mix-up. Because look, it forced out the arrows and it forced out a berry. And look how much damage we got. That's what I'm talking about with the drill mix-up. It can go a long way. Okay, we're going to Tesla early here. Get ready for the Battle Ram. Executioner is going to be a key component of this defense right here. Guards early. All he has is arrows, and that won't take care of it. The guards actually stop the bandit from dashing. Look at this Executioner absolutely destroying this man's entire push. His entire push just got like obliterated by that Executioner. We're going to poison here. Just because he played the Ghost and he played the P.E.K.K.A. We're going to do this as well. Oh my god, what a tornado. Executioner. That was so much value. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Exy, NATO, Poison is an unreal defensive combo. Go like this here. I was worried about that Battle Ram bypassing my Tesla. That's why I placed it like that. Once again, Tornado coming in clutch, and this is looking like Night. We're going to drill in the back once again as a mix-up. So that way, whatever troops he plays get pulled to the back. And look, now he has to defend the Evo Knight in the front. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely obliterated that P.E.K.K.A. player. So GG's, like, just goes to show how good the deck is, man. Catch you in the next match. All right, into our next match against this guy. We haven't lost so far. I think, yeah, we're 7-0 in this Classic Challenge. So I'm having a lot of fun. We're going to go for a berry. And then we're going to Knight into the Little Prince. And then depending on what he does, I might go in for a Goblin Drill. Okay, I'm definitely not going to go in for a Goblin Drill now. That's one of the best counters in the game to the Goblin Drill, so we're going to let it go. I assume he's not going to pop the ability. Beautiful. In hindsight, I wish I would have played the drill in the back, but it's all good. I was tempted to go for a poison there, but I think I would have regretted it, truthfully. I don't love this for me. Come on. Decent defense. Bats are tough, just in general, when you're running Daggered Duchess, but that was a decent defense. Okay, so we're gonna... Looks like it's Giant... Either Giant Beatdown or Giant Graveyard. The bowler's throwing me off. Actually, no. It is Giant Beatdown. I made a video on this deck. What am I saying? I think it has a Lightning. He's running Giant Beatdown Lightning, I believe. Fortunately, he has the bowler, like I said. One of the best answers in the game to the Goblin Drill. So we're going to go to the opposite lane. He spent a Prince on one side. We want to force out a bowler on the other. And we're fine with that. We're very, very fine with that. We're not going to bat an eye. Knight down. Pops the ability. I don't think it would net him much. Yeah. Doesn't really net him anything, to be completely honest. Guard surround on the bowler. And life is good. This is always the position for me that gets awkward, though. It's like, what do I cycle here? So I just cycle a tornado. Yeah. Tesla over here, pull the giant as far as possible. We need to spread out everything, because like I said, I think he has a lightning. So we're going to Xe like this and hope that he can't lightning every single freaking card in our deck. And just to play it safe, I'm going to poison here. Questionable tornado by me, but it's not. It's all good. Goblin Drill away from the bowler. And I might, like I said, wait on my poisons. That drill's going to get a ton of damage. Wait on my poisons. Yeah, save them for defense. I'm going to go like this. W Executioner. Xe NATO combo, man, is so underrated. Or maybe it's accurately rated, but man, that defense is so good. I kind of need to pressure just so he can't go all in, like on these pushes. You need to get, again, a good Executioner here is vital to, like, survival. Beautiful Xe, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that Executioner. We love it. We love our Xe King. He even tried to arrows the Xe. He's like, I got to get this card off the board. Look at that. Are you tired of losing a giant graveyard? Hey, me too. Me too, man. Once again, we're going to do this just to make sure we can take care of those bats. The bats are the biggest threat in this matchup. Xe NATO Wombo combo. So good. So bad, but so good. I am going to poison now just because we have the tower so low. He gives us the GGs. And, man, what a game, dude. What a game. What a time to be alive as a Goblin Drill player. Putting these giant players in their place. So GGs to this guy. We'll take the dub and catch you in the next match. All right, into our next match here. I'm here against Sanic. Sanic. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Interesting starting hand for me. I could cycle a knight. It's not super wise. Sometimes you can get away with it. Yuck it, I'll do it. I don't want to like make you guys wait, especially if I'm recording a YouTube video. I guess in hindsight I could have edited that out, but whatever. It's fine. He plays a berry. We're going to go for our berry of our own. When you're playing against like a giant beatdown deck, you don't want to give them like counter push. So you want to be very careful with like the moves that you make. This will be interesting.
Don't you know who I am?
Xe gonna do his thing. Power of Xe NATO. I just want to get rid of this LP here. Beautiful. And I don't think that bowler touches my tower. So we're golden. A little counter push here. That guard is gonna... Oh, I thought that guard was gonna touch the tower. So yeah, it looks like he's playing maybe even the same deck as the other guy. It's everywhere, man. That's why I love this Goblin Drill deck, because it is different. I'm going to try and get my King Tower activated. I don't know if it's too greedy. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. My berry actually took care of his berry. I didn't mean to do that. I placed the berry like where I did so it would help out with the giant, but the berry actually splashed on his. So no King Tower activation, but we get a good defense. Okay, so once again, against Giant, should have known. So we got to make sure we play our Executioners properly. And probably want to go on the opposite lane. So I'm going to switch lanes here. Yeah, he plays the Knight. Don't want him to build up a massive Giant push. So we're going to switch into the opposite lane. Kind of thematic across this deck. Okay, Bowler comes down late. That's fine with me. We're just going to go guards here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go in. We have a Bomber, we have an Evo Knight. Well played by him. Spends a lot there. I'm thinking of poisoning it, but I think I'm just gonna chill instead. He goes for arrows, so we can do our Evo Berry. I meant to block the Knight, that was my fault. That's okay. The reason you want to block the Knight is because If it's walking, it barely takes any damage from the Dagger Duchess. If he plays a troop here, I might tornado it in. Oh, well played. He blocked it. I'm gonna give him the well played. He knew that he knew what I was scheming. Okay, he messed that up at least. Tried to tornado everything, I'm pretty sure. Or sorry, he tried to lightning everything. Arrows come down, not gonna kill guards. Okay, so pretty tight match here. Honestly, that lightning not hitting the Tesla was pretty huge. I don't want to say that that saved us, but that was fundamental in us not absolutely getting demolished by his push. We're going to knight like this. And I expect him to go in soon, so I'm going to Tesla. Okay, we're going to go in. Need my XC to put in work. We're going to do this. Beautiful XC NATO, just to take care of all these shenanigans, you know, all these big boy cards. It's nice to be able to DPS them down before they like cross the bridge. Oh, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get our King Tower activated like this. Beautiful, huge plays. Yep, that King Tower activation is so helpful against beatdown decks. Look at this Executioner is totally the MVP of this matchup. I'm gonna NATO here just to get the berry onto the tower. Beautiful berry damage. One shot might seem insignificant, but it's really not. You could lightning this. That little prince is getting so much value. I was trying to get a lineup onto the LP, but I failed. There it is. Okay, lightning comes down, but he wasted his bowler, so we're gonna go in here, maybe take a poison. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Might regret it. Write it on my tombstone, as I like to say. Oh, he goes for a giant. Okay. Do you think he'll predict this berry? We're going to see if he does. He doesn't. He has to spell it. He has to use arrows or he's going to lose his entire tower, most likely. Do you think he regrets not playing a spell on it? I don't know. I feel like I would, but... yeah, he's not going to break through. I hate to break it to my boy, but pretty textbook matchup against... the giant beatdown deck that is just all over the meta. I don't know how many times we have to play it in this video, but another day, another victory against Sonic. So we'll take the dub. See you in the next. All right, into likely our last match of the video. We've been doing really good with this deck. Mostly just wins. So I've been having a lot of fun. He goes for his berry in the back. I love it. I love this meta so much. Oh, Goblin Drill. Or Mighty Miner. That's different. I respect it. I respect it. Okay, my hand is really awkward for this. Wow, really awkward. Okay. Kind of just wasted a ton of elixir, to be honest. I'm just going to have to let all of this go. Yep. Next, he's going to have a decent amount of HP, but I don't want to spend any more elixir because I overspent on defense. So another Goblin Drill variant. Surprise, surprise. Except we're not surprised because it is one of the best decks in the meta. Guards in the back like this do a decent job against all drill positions. Okay, he does that. So we're going to hit him with Goblin Drill and then a berry. And we do have a tornado here for whatever he plays. Yep. And you know why that worked out? Because, well, it worked out for a lot of reasons, but he went for Drill Poison. So he couldn't afford a Tesla and something else. He was limited on elixir, and so that's kind of why I went in, just so you know my logic. I went in hard with the Evo Berry because he already used a poison, so that was a really good punish. Kind of overcommitted with that Drill Poison and single elixir, in my opinion. Yeah, he's doing it again, so he's gonna get a little bit of chip. I need to watch out for the Evo Berry here. All of my Tesla ready. Yep, kind of obvious play, to be completely honest. I've told you this. If I've told you this once, I've told you this 1,000 times. He said well played, I agree. Good Tesla by him, but Executioner is still going to go to work. Yeah. Oh, nice. Actually, really good Tesla placement by him where it did counter the XC. That was pretty smart. Okay. I think I'm going to try and play my Knight onto the drill so that way it doesn't feed a poison. Yeah, he keeps playing in the same spot. He doesn't have Evo Berry and Cycle just yet. I'm gonna say he's got to do something. Good Evo Tesla by him. Artesta's actually targeting it, though, so it's going to get taken down. That's huge. I know it doesn't seem big, but that's pretty big. He could pop the ability here. It'd be kind of a cheesy play. I don't know if he can get off from it. And now we need to be wary of the Evo Berry, but like I said, when you're aware of it, it's like a lot less successful, right? Because we knew it was coming. I feel like so much of it is the surprise factor. We're going to tornado this away to get the goblins onto the tower. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that play, dude. That won us the game. That play won us the game. They never expect it. It's such a cheesy play. Woo! So GG's to Chris Pro. We'll take the dub. Catch you in the outro. That's going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot and try it out. This deck gets my stamp of approval in the meta. I think this is my favorite meta deck, so please give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you only have one evolution, I think the Evo Knight is the way to go, because you can still get cheesy lineups with the Berry and the Executioner Tornado, even if you're not using Evo Berry. But work with what you got. Thank you again for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in another video real soon. Peace.